Guaranteed. Drew Marshall. Guaranteed.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Natty Baps. Hold on. Yeah, gotta change it up for a second.
Oh.
It's your boy, Natty Baps, here along with ShabazzTV for Week 12, betting, straight picks, football analysis, fantasy football advice, all the things you need on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon, the day before Thanksgiving. Obviously, from the ShabazzTV family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for your life. Thankful for, whatever you believe in. Hey, thankful for football. We're here. We week 12. We got a full slate of games. All 32 teams are playing this weekend. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer show than you've expected because, there's been a lot of teams on buys in the past couple of weeks. But, yeah, how you been? Shabazz?
Oh, man, this man I put him on with the admin privileges of the the StreamYard platform, and now he don't know how to act. So he's not gonna be in control of everything, but now we both have 50%. We both have 100% control of everything. So if he wants to add something in there, if I say something outlandish, he could add a meme that I have, like some random shit, insert a random meme. That true?
You what?
There you go, like shit like that. So just because he's a co-host, but he's more of a partner for this. So this is our it's my name on it, but it's our thing, something we grew up together with it. So that's why he's an admin for it. We'll both say what we're thankful for at the end of the video, at the end of the show. You gotta be corny with it because Thanksgiving's tomorrow, so you gotta do it. But we got every single team is playing this week, which is awesome. But with that said, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get right to. All right, man. So now, first game tomorrow. I am tweaking. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil?
Very good. It's Bills Lions.
I know, but I'm bugging here.
Oh, yeah. First game tomorrow, 12:30. Bills at Lions. Sometimes the food's ready. If you're in a black household, it ain't ready till 4 o'clock anyway, maybe even 5. But hey, for some people, you got the food ready. You about to sit down and you make it happen. Bills Lions. What you thinking, bro?
Oof. I think the Bills are gonna win this game, right? But is there a little part of me, the psycho side of me, that wants chaos, that the Lions will win 4 straight games? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? It can only happen if the defense of the Lions with Aiden Hutchinson, who lately has been putting on pretty good showings consecutive weeks, if he puts the pressure on Josh Allen. Because I know everyone's like, well, Sauce Gardner is the defensive player of the year, but this last month, Aiden Hutchinson has been doing his thing. So it's one thing where you put the pressure on him, but the Lions, when they're at home, when they're in a dome space, they can put up points. And if the last couple of weeks were any telltale sign of the Bills, their pass defense is pretty bad. their run defense is pretty solid. So Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift, like that impact might be depleted a little bit. Maybe if they get to goal lines, I think Jamal Williams could definitely punch it in because he's definitely strong enough to do it. But I'm looking for having a good game. And if they activate Jamison Williams, the rookie receiver from Alabama who tore his ACL in a championship game against Georgia, if he can do that and if they can activate him and he actually immediate impact, it'll definitely be an upset of not the century, but it'll be a huge upset for the Lions to win. But do I think it's gonna happen? Absolutely not. I think the Bills, the one thing the Lions have going for them is that the fact that the Bills have not been home in a week. They stayed in Detroit this whole time. They had a game last week in Detroit and they stayed. So that's one thing they have because they're not being comfortable in their home environment. You know, certain like professional athletes they have a routine. So like if they can't do their routine during the week, things kind of be thrown off a little bit. And plus it's a short week. It's Thanksgiving, but I think with the Bills, they have a sense of urgency. Like, yo, if we lose this game, the Dolphins have an easier matchup. They can have another game on the division against us. And the Jets, they beat us too. So, like, they have a sense of urgency. And I think Sean McDermott's going to make that clear. They can't put pressure on Josh Allen, though. I don't believe so. But it'll probably be close. I'm not going to lie. But give me the Bills.
Wow. Man. Okay. So, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. I think everything you said is 100% correct. I do believe the Bills are going to win this game. If I had to put like my actual money, which I do every week, I'm making a parlay with 16 team and see what happens. There is a way. I talk about there are ways that this team can win, and sometimes I'm facetious. I just talk out my butt sometimes. But no, there actually is a way that the Lions can win. If you think about it, right? Like that travel, like I travel a lot on a consistent basis. And that shit kicks my ass, bro. Like it sucks to travel and fly and like drive a long distance. There's a whole lot of like aches and pains to the body that's like under. And then you just played a football game, a physical game against the Browns. Like the AFC North plays smash mouth football. All four teams do. You got a physical game with the Browns, and now you got to go on a short week to play Detroit. The Detroit Lions, I'm picking a spoiler alert. I'm picking them against the spread. They're favored. They're underdogs by 9.5 at home. Now the Bills the Bills have the potential, like when they're on, like they have the potential to be one of, if not the best team in the NFL. But recently, it's been a lot of shakiness, and the Bills are definitely gettable. But that is for now. I'm thinking Bills, but would I be shocked at all? No, not at all. I will not be shocked at all if the Lions won. But what I would be shocked by is if the Cowboys destroy the Giants. I've been saying this not since week one. I'm not gonna lie to you, not since week one. I've been saying this for a while. New York, stand up. New York, stand up. Man, do I do it this week?
That's up to you, gang.
I don't know. We gonna go with the Giants. What is you talking about? All right, here's how the Giants win this game. The same routine, the same recipe that the Saints have. Literally just copy and paste. Don't turn the ball over. Danny Dimes can't be Daniel Jones or the walking meme or the running meme, if you will. He can't do that. He cannot be having 2 interceptions and a fumble and like being stopped on 4th down. And like Brian Dable, we all agree, is one of the coaches of the year candidates, and he's been fantastic. But Daniel Jones has to be reeled in and make key throws. It doesn't help when you have found out this morning or earlier today, 4 offensive linemen for the Giants out, 2 tight ends out, receiving cores hurt to shit, but they have Saquon, mother effing Barkley. And that Cowboys defense can get ran on. Now, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, DeMarcus Lawrence, they got some players. They got some players on that defense for sure, 100%. but I believe I'm not saying it's a push. I think the Giants defense can stymie a little bit the Cowboys offense. That it'll come down to turnovers, penalties, and not settling for three. But fun fact, Cowboys, I found this out today, they are 1-14 against the spread in their last 15 Thanksgiving games.
Wow.
So maybe a lot of times they play weak opponents and the spread so wide that they can't cover. I don't think the Cowboys can cover a 10-point spread. Now, I think the spread is that wide because they just put a 40 burger on the Vikings, and the Vikings are a better team than the Giants, which I can agree with. But the Vikings have an offense that if you stop Justin Jefferson, you stop everything. The Giants want to run the ball. So whether you stop Saquon, even the first matchup that they had, I think it was like week 3 Monday Night Football, like it was a competitive matchup for the most part, and Saquon was Baquan. Saquon did his thing. So I got the Giants, man, and an upset. I really do.
See, I'm going with the Cowboys. I not even, like I feel like defensively, the Giants can make an impact. Because like I know Adoree Jackson's out, but like for the most part, if you put pressure on almost any quarterback, they will struggle.
Mm-hmm.
They will definitely struggle. I think that if you put pressure on Dak and you force him to make quick decisions, he's gonna mess up. However, the defense will definitely pick up a bunch of the slack in this game. Like it's just weird because because the first time they played, it was Cooper Rush, and it was close. Now it's Dak, and everyone expects it. That's why the spread is so wide. Oh, they put a 30 burger on it. Dak is better than Cooper Rush. Last time they played, the Cowboys won. But like, if anything can happen, divisional games, bro. Like you saw what happened with the Commanders and the Eagles a couple weeks ago. Like things happen because like mistakes, little mistakes like that. And if there was any time where the Cowboys fans are at an all-time high right now and they come down to earth in a big way, it will be a loss to the Giants. But I think the defense carries. I think Tony Pollard carries. I'm not. Everyone knows I'm not the biggest fan of Zeke anymore. I never really was. Never really was. But I think that Tony Pollard is RB1 for this team. But I think the Cowboys win not because of Dak, but I think because of everyone else around him. But Dak probably has like 250, maybe 2 touchdowns and a pick. They'll be throwing a pick. But I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that the Vikings bounced back big time against the Patriots. They got embarrassed. And this is Sunday night. Well, Thursday night, but the same Sunday night crew. I think that Kirk Cousins bounced back. I know the Patriots defense is elite, but they played Zach Wilson, who wasn't really doing much. He can't do much. We're going to talk about the Jets later. Kirk Cousins can at least make some throws. Now I know this is prime time Kirk Cousins, where, he's infamous for not holding up to expectations, but they can't lose back-to-back games. They can't. Because the 1 seed is still on the table. It's still there. It's definitely still we got a long season left to go, so it's definitely still on the table for the 1 seed. They can't lose back to back. They cannot. I think the Patriots have no offense. It's besides the running game and I said Lions. I know Tony Pollard went crazy and Zeke went crazy, but Tony Pollard really only went crazy in the passing game. He didn't do much in the running game. I think that Zadarius Smith has an impact, and Harrison Smith, Notre Dame, shout out Notre Dame, and Patrick Peterson. They have a control of the defense, and then Justin Jefferson he has a huge bounce of that game. It's prime time. Dalvin Cook does as well, and I think the Vikings catch the dub. And right there wrong, so I'm getting blown out. If they had lost last week to the Cowboys, no, we're all right, cool. They lost. It was close, but they got cooked. Once you second quarter, third quarter, you pass up to 6. It's GG's in the chat.
Right.
So give me the Vikings and a bounce back.
I agree. I think the Vikings game plan got out of them. Like obviously, once you're down by 20 points, like it's hard to want to establish the run and play action, and like Kirk Cousins has to, be the leader and like throw the ball 40 times and stuff like that. We all know Kirk Cousins or Kirk doesn't Kirk Thuggings or whatever you want to call him, whatever.
Kirko Chains.
Kirko Chains, if you will. We all know his limitations. We know that at some point he has to, like, in every quarterback wants to have a running game. Every quarterback wants to have that ability to lean on, and they have a star in Dalvin Cook. But the Patriots defense is legit. Obviously, went top 5 in the league. Every year they're top 5 in the league. And Judon, he might get 2 of them things. But I do think the Vikings offense has the capabilities, because the Cowboys offense they have stars, they can score in bunches. I think Mac Jones holds the Patriots back where they can't score as much as they would like to. They only had 3 points, really 3 points against the Jets. The non-punt return accounting, but it counts, I guess, on the stat sheet. I think the Vikings win outright. There's no craziness I got. And now, Thanksgiving's done. The food's in our bellies. The food's digested.
You got the
Now
leftovers.
2 days later, you got Sunday day games. Man, the worst game of the week. Broncos at Panthers. You got Sam Darnold starting for the Panthers. You got Russell Wilson, a.k.a. Sierra's husband, starting for the Broncos. And the under, I'm giving you one of my locks for the week right now. I know it's ahead of the time, I know, but one of my locks is at this game. I think the over-under is like 38.5. I think it goes under for sure, because there's no way. Because say what you want about them offenses, their defenses for both teams is like hella legit.
For sure.
This is gonna remind me big of it's 36.5. The under is going for sure. Under 36.5 for the Broncos game. Broncos. There we go. Sorry, I just had to write that in the chat before I forgot. But yeah, say what we want about the offenses, the quarterbacks, they're leaving a lot to be desired. The defenses for both teams has been outstanding. So, with that said, who am I picking? Locks of the week goes in the spreads, bro.
My fault game. You're right.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I think Sam Darnold is worse than Russell Wilson this year, or than his entire
He hasn't played.
His entire career. Of course, Russell Wilson is better.
He hasn't played.
Huh?
This is his first game of the season.
Right. His first game of the season, and he goes against a stout defense, top 3 defense in the league. I think the Broncos eat him alive, and it's going to be a long day for Carolina Panthers fans.
Nah. What happened to the hacky packet?
I know. I said this yesterday. I was
picking and choosing when you want to smoke the hacky packet.
Bro, I can't do the hacky packet when you got a bum ass quarterback in Sam Darnold, son.
Nah.
I cannot do it.
I don't smoke in the hacky packet. I'll ride with the hacky packet because Sierra's husband is not it. He is not it. He has lost the locker room. Like he got Melvin. Like allegedly, he got Melvin Gordon released because he was playing Future in the locker room, and Russell Wilson was not jacking it, which is hilarious. But nah, we fade in the Broncos until they can score 20 points in the game. I'm not jacking them, bro. Like no. Now the Panthers can. They definitely can. If they really they lean into the run game, they definitely can. If I think DJ Moore and because with Sam Darnold, DJ Moore actually was doing some things last year. He had 1,000 yards with him, so obviously he did something right. So I think him and DJ Moore have a good connection, and then I think they work. And then defensively, we both know firsthand how the Panthers defense can get. They can definitely get some stops and definitely get some turnovers. And Russell Wilson's prone to get some turnovers. So give me the Panthers, bro. Give me the Panthers.
That's one of the. I'm not mad at that pick. It's not a bad pick. I don't trust Carolina. I don't trust Carolina with anyone.
So, but Buccaneers and the Browns, it's gonna be weird.
Okay.
So I think because on my fantasy, I have Rashad White on my fantasy team. He's a projected for 11 points, which is a lot of points. Now for a backup. Now I don't know if Leonard Fournette is still injured. I don't know if they're gonna decrease his role because he hasn't since the beginning of the season. He hasn't really done much. But I will go with the Buccaneers. I know Nick Chubb is still there. I know they got Amari Cooper and all that other jazz. But if Deshaun Watson was playing, I know he plays next week against the Saints. But if he was playing
Texans.
Texans, and then first thing second then against you guys.
Yeah.
If he was playing, I would probably lean the Browns, but I don't think Jacoby Brissett could beat Tom Brady. Like I know he plays, and then the Bucs defense is actually pretty solid, and they're infamous against the run. So it's going to be a struggle for Nick Chubb, who only got 14 carries last week. They probably try to make that an emphasis. He probably breaks one for like 60 yards and a touchdown because he's definitely a home run hitter. If give him a little crease, and he will definitely take that to the house. But I think that the bye week for the Bucs couldn't have come at a better time. They're on a winning streak. Like after they lost the Ravens, then they beat. I forgot who they beat. And I know they beat Seattle, and then they beat someone else.
Seattle, and then before that they had beaten
Some team. They're on a 2-game winning streak though. This is what we know. And you about to look it up?
Rams.
Yes. Oh yeah, because they came in back in the fourth quarter. Yeah. So they beat the Rams. They beat Seattle. Now they off a bye, and Tom Brady is great off a bye, historically off a bye. So I think with all those elements in play, I think they catch the dub against the Browns.
Hey man, you're saying a lot of good stuff, man. You're saying a lot of great stuff. You got Tom Brady off a bye. That's the biggest thing right there. But I can't go with my conscience and say go Bucks. What do you think we're doing here, What kind of operation we think we're doing? We need the Bucks to lose. So obviously I want my monetarily to be invested in the Browns to win. And the Bucks front seven, yes, fantastic. But they are gettable.
For sure.
Because what? We automatically they held Kenneth Walker in check. The Seattle Seahawks offensive line is basura, to put it nicely. They don't run block well. They don't pass block well. They're okay, but they're not like the Browns offensive line. So I think the Browns learn from their mistakes, and they just say, all right, we're just gonna run and run and run and run and run. And it's the last week of Jacoby Brissett. I think the locker room, Jacoby Brissett is well loved in every locker room he goes to. He's a well loved veteran, and I think they're gonna try to win one for him. I think they're gonna be all right. Like, let's get let's make him look great, so that whatever job he has next year, that people want him next year. But I think the Browns, they win one for Jacoby.
Okay.
And just to save some time, because I know you want to talk about a lot, let's go Ravens. I'm just going to throw it out there. Jags have right off a bye, but it's Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville, but Jacksonville is a spooky place. Definitely a spooky place. But so obviously, I'll put my Ravens in, right? So now here is where I take my solo can. All right, Baltimore. About my team. I love y'all. Ravens flock. You know what to do. All right. Now, last week, we did not have the best showing against the Panthers. Off a bye, we were supposed to drop 24, 27. A lot of people had 27-10, 27-17. Like, that would have been smooth. But we only dropped 13. No bueno, guys. I think offensively, we need to play better. Now, the Jaguars, they have, I think, a plus 11 point differential. But they're like 3 and 7 or like something like that, which is weird, but that's what it is. I think that if we lock in and like all like our defense has been solid for the last couple of weeks. It's been extremely solid. We've gotten turnovers, we've gotten pressures, we've gotten sacks. Awesome. Offensively, we gotta pick up the slack because the first half of the season, like first 4 weeks, it was the offense high rising and the defense slacking. The last 4 weeks, the last like month and a half, it's been the defense actually stepping up and being improved, and our offense has been slacking. DeMarcus Robinson, Deshaun Jackson, Devin Duvernay, Porsche, like Mark Andrews, of course. It's not the best receiving core, but with what we gotta make the best of it. Lamar, you are him for a reason. You gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. And Kenyon Drake, I think Gus Edwards is like practicing. Hopefully he can play. If he does play, it'll be awesome. We need JK. I'm so happy because we're winning games despite the injuries. I can only imagine what our team's gonna look like with JK and Gus Edwards back. So we gotta wait a couple more weeks for that. Jaguars, they're off a bye. If we stop ETN, I think that's the first part. Because Trevor Lawrence is prone. He has his highs, but with those highs is inevitably the lows. He's generational talent. I see it every week. He's definitely there. But at the same breath, we need to put pressure on him. If we put the pressure on him, he's gonna make mistakes. Because he's still young, he's still learning. So I think we won't have a problem in that regard. Because Roquan, Justin Houston turned back the clock. Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams practiced today. Nice. Hopefully he can play. But I think our defense is pretty good now because we know what we want to do. We stopped blitzing, which is perfect. Like, I don't know why we kept blitzing. We throw in a blitz here and there, but we stopped blitzing for a lot of time, which I'm like, good, because we are not the best at picking up, like, man coverage. We're best at zone coverage. If we stop ETN, because he's a dog, I think we have a chance to win this game. I think we are going to win this game regardless. But let's make it easy. Lamar's back home. I know he's not from Jacksonville, but it's in Florida. He's from Florida. So, like, it's like a homecoming game for him. So, let's get it right. Let's get it right. That's it, man. The boys I'm be on my phone.
Snap. Oh, man. Oh, I had something for this, but I don't. Yes, all you said was right. Hey, good job. Go Ravens. Word. Ravens flock. Caw. Texans, Dolphins. Texans are starting Kyle Allen. Who? Come on now. Come on now. Hold on. I got something for this. Hold on. I don't know. That's it. Kyle Allen, bro. Who?
You trying to find a meme?
I was trying to find a good meme, but there's nothing I got. It's nothing I got.
I mean, if you want to add something, you know what I'm saying? Where you can add it now. Where?
But I don't have anything on my.
You what?
I guess that's accurate because they
started. They're starting who?
You what? Yeah, I think that's like the lock of the week because it will be bad, but their run defense is still trash.
True. So
if there was any room for the Texans to win this game, it would be behind the legs of Dameon Pierce.
For sure.
And he had a horrible showing last week against the Commanders. I think he actually has an improved showing this week against the Dolphins. But we all 99.9% of everyone is saying, like, yo, like, it's bad. It's bad for business, y'all. It's bad for business. So now, actually, an interesting game. Bears and Jets. I think that I don't know why the spread is so high. We're going to talk about the spreads later. But it's Jets -6. Now, the defense is legit. Top 10. If you want to argue top 5, you definitely can have that argument. And definitely probably in some discussions win that argument that they're a top 5 defense at this moment. It took a while for them to get there, but now they finally got like clicked on all cylinders. Justin Fields is playing with a separated shoulder. That's a huge factor. The Jets defense is actually pretty solid against the run. So I don't think Montgomery nor Fields. Well, Fields probably will make something happen like he always does. But it's gonna be a tough task. But if Zach Wilson was starting, I would have leaned the Bears. But since it's Mike White time, I think he actually knows how to throw the ball to Garrett Wilson and get him touches that he definitely needs and deserves, and get Mims involved and Elijah Moore involved and Michael Carter in the running game, because the Bears defense is still trash. Like, don't let Justin Fields. It's like we talked about it yesterday. Like, he's been amazing, but they still can't block, which is probably why they're favored, because the Jets run defense with Sauce Gardner and all them boys is elite. It's legit. So I think, and plus they need this win, because they lose and the Chargers win, and then like will go from like the 6th seed to in the hunt like that. So I think they need to win. I think this whole they were talking. This is like the most been talked about in like a long ass time. Because of why? Because of Zach Wilson and the fact that he's not playing. Well, he's not starting. They're benching him. It'll probably be for a game, but I think he is gonna stay. Or if they do, they probably trade him or release him or something, like pull a Josh Rosen with him, draft another quarterback and just go crazy with it. But they need this win to keep pace in the AFC and the heavy loaded AFC. And I think they catch the dub against the Bears, unfortunately. Sorry, Corbett.
Well,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
I don't care. Oh my God.
See, look at you.
I know, right? I wish I could just like rewind time for the last 5 seconds. I didn't have to sleep. But anyway, I'll tell you this right now. One, I don't give a damn if Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco, Bears win this game. I'll tell you why. Justin Football Fields is him. Timothy, Hemi Neutron, Hemi Hendricks.
What?
Nah, that's all I got. There's all any him additives you want to say, he is him. Now, I will tell you this. Bears defense concerns me a little bit. Just a little bit. Justin Fields' shoulder concerns me. Just a little bit. The Jets defense scares me a lot of bit. But just when it comes to being dynamic, they don't scare me. The Jets are the type of team that like this is the type. If the Jets are serious, this is the type of game that they should win, comfortably. But something about the Jets, man, and it's not gonna be Zach Wilson. Why was he benched? No, it's not because of that. It's because it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to show New York that he should have been drafted number 2 overall. And that's all I really got. That's the reason why I'm picking him. I truly believe that Justin Fields is going to show the world, mainly the Jets franchise, you chose the wrong guy. And I'm going to be here for 15 years terrorizing the league and being him.
Because he got that dog in him.
Speaking of who has that dog in him, Derrick Henry is going to run wild on the Bengals. The Bengals are favored. The Bengals beat them in the AFC divisional round. They went to Tennessee, beat them. But it took Ryan Tannehill having like 3 picks, and that offense, like the defense of the Titans sacked Joe Burrow like 6 times in that playoff game. That offensive line didn't get any better. You want to think they did, but they did not. I think the Titans, and we talked about it yesterday in the review show, the Titans play a brand of football. They don't care who you are. You can be the freaking president of the United States, Queen Elizabeth, or in this case, the Cincinnati Bengals with a high-flying offense. They will play their brand of football no matter who is watching. Home, away, in a snowstorm, in a monsoon, whatever, they don't want to throw the ball. They want to run the ball. And the Cincinnati Bengals defense gave up 30 points to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, for Christ's sake, with Kenny Pickett. Like Ryan Tannehill is better than Kenny Pickett at this moment in time. Derrick Henry, like I said yesterday, is the best running back in football. Period. Point blank. Period. And I think, and I know, there's no thinking anymore. I know that Derrick Henry is going to go off on this Bengals team and show once again that hey, Damian Pierce, he's a nice story. Kenneth Walker, hey, he's a nice story. Nick Chubb, constantly being top five and underrated and underappreciated. But there are levels to this, and I truly believe that Nick Chubb, as great as he is, there's another level that he hasn't reached yet, and that's the King's throne, Derrick Henry, and give me the Titans to win outright.
No, oh shit. Yo, I'm with you, man. What? Go Titans,
Okay, you're with me for ulterior motives, for
bro.
the
Yeah, all right,
for division purposes.
for division purposes, I'm with you. But holistically, like the Titans aren't. They're not a team that a lot of people don't like. They can't face because what's the one like they're like they proved it last Thursday when they had the ball for like basically 40 minutes, bro. They eat the clock, bro. Like, and it's gonna put pressure on Joe Burrow to want to score. And I know they got Jamar Chase, and he got a shiny new toy in Jamar Chase again. And they're gonna put the pressure. Like, they're gonna want to press. They're gonna want to score, but it's also a head coaching disadvantage because Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. He won Coach of the Year last year for a good reason because he is a great coach. Like he's gonna be like a good he's always gonna be underrated because of the brand of football that they play. But like behind, I say he's a top 5 coach because you got Belichick still, you got Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, and then you got Mike Vrabel. He's definitely top 5, if not top 10, for a reason. Derrick Henry's gonna run for like a good a buck 25, and maybe a touchdown. And definitely Hilliard probably still one of the touchdowns again, because I don't know why. But and Treylon Burks actually had his best showing last week, and I think we're gonna see a lot more of that as well. Um, the Bengals defense is trash, regardless. Like I know they got injuries in the cornerback position, and Colin Cowherd says that they're a bunch of people that you don't know, but you know of Trey Hendrickson. You know of bum ass Eli Apple, I guess, but you know of him. They got players that you don't know, but they do have players that you actually know. But regardless of the fact, I think the Titans, it's definitely gonna be close. It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be close. Joe Mixon's probably out with the concussion,
That
and Samaje P. Ryan is a good running back, but I don't think that he's a backup for a reason. And like I know he was good in college and all that other stuff. He has an all-time single game record, and that's awesome. But I think that he's a backup for a reason. If Joe Mixon was probably 100%, maybe would lean the Bengals, but no, I mean probably not because it's still AFC North, the Kings, Ravens out on this side. But I think that the Bengals probably lose in either a heartbreaking fashion or they get spanked, like completely dominated from start to finish. So, but a game is weird. I'm curious to see how this plays out. Falcons at the Commanders. I'm curious. But Kyle Pitts is more than likely out for the year. With
they didn't use him anyway.
They didn't use him anyway. Cordell Patterson is a touchdown threat. Jake London is a touchdown threat. But Marcus Mariota is definitely shaky. And I know, I think one of my locks with last week was Chase Young to have 2 sacks, and he didn't play. And they dominated the Texans. And they're rolling high. They won 5 out of 6. The Commanders are rolling high right now with Taylor Heineke. And I think with that, and they're at home too. So I'm gonna roll with the Commanders. I'm gonna keep rolling with this team. I'm gonna keep rolling with them.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders as well. One, the Falcons to lose. So again, it's a situation where I'm like my pockets and my ulterior motives are lining up. But Chase Young is scheduled to come back. That's all I needed to know. To be honest, that's it. That's all I needed because
Mm.
it's Taylor Heineke, man. That dude's a baller. That dude is a baller. For what? No, something happens where he gets it. He gets it. That's all I really got. He has that dog in him. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, Commanders win. Now we got to start a 4 o'clock window. Chargers at Cardinals. Kyler Murray's linking to potentially play. He said he feels fantastic. You got Keenan Allen coming back. Well, he's already back, and he had a great showing last week. I'm leaning with Chargers always. I love Justin Herbert, and yeah, that's all. That's what I really got. There's no Super Football analysis. I think Cliff Kingsbury is coaching for his job at this point, but the inevitable will happen at the end of the year. He's going to get fired, and boom, that's all. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers as well. I feel like at this point the Chargers they can compete with anybody, and at the same breath that the Cardinals they kind of lopsided. Not gonna lie, they're not who a lot of people had thought them to be, and I called it. I told y'all in the beginning of the year, like I was like, I'm not a fan of Kyler Murray as a black man, yes, but as a quarterback, no. Like he's not a good quarterback at this time. He doesn't want to. He runs more than he throws. Like his default setting is like Justin Fields now, and you're in your third year. Well, no, I like fourth year. Like you can't do that. That's not okay. I think that Chargers they had a game against the Chiefs. They played them close. They played them tight. But again, they didn't have the ball last. I think this one is more of a they have an early lead and they maintain it, probably get some field goals and punts or whatever. And I said the Chiefs, and the Cardinals try their way to claw back and probably backdoor cover. But we're gonna talk about that later. But I think the Chargers win outright because from start to finish, I think if you look at the rosters, if you look at the coaching staff, now Brandon Staley's definitely has some shaky moments, and Brandon Staley's actually coaching for his job as well because if he keeps losing, he has Justin Herbert and a good roster, and he doesn't make the playoffs back to back years. That's real. That's calls for firing. I'm not gonna hold you,
Mhm.
but because you're gonna turn Justin Herbert to like the next Phillip Rivers, and that's is not okay. All these yards, all these accolades, but no playoff experience and no playoff wins. That's not okay. That's not okay. But yeah, give me the car. I said, give me the Chargers. Now, this is a lopsided game. I think that Seattle, if it wasn't at Seattle and it was at Vegas, I would go with the Raiders. But since it's at the 12, I'm going with Seattle because one is at home. Home field advantage is a huge thing, especially for Seattle. Two, they offer bye, so they
Mm.
had an extra week to plan. Three, Kenneth Walker.
Mm.
He had a horrible showing against the Bucks in Germany. I think that he personally will want to bounce back, and I think he will bounce back. And also four, I think Geno Smith. He had a bad first half against the Bucks, and he had a good second half. Well, not even that. He had a bad 3 quarters and a good last quarter. I think he would want to come back to life a little bit because the 49ers is right there on their ass for that division. Well, technically they're tied now, so they lost it because the 49ers got the tiebreaker. So they still want to be in the playoffs. They still want to be in contention and all that. They can't lose the flow. They can't afford to lose back to back because teams are getting hot at the moment. And if certain teams win, and then scheduling is going to be weird, and they want to put themselves in the best position moving forward. The Raiders, they just want to play hard. And if they lose close, they lose close. But it can't they can't be because of Josh McDaniels. I think the Seahawks win though, because again, coaching also matters. Pete Carroll's definitely a better coach than Josh McDaniels. So give me the Seattle Seahawks.
Simple as that. I think you're absolutely right. If the game was in if the game was in Vegas, I would have actually probably leaned Raiders. Um, but all the factors you said, off of bye, redemption, Pete Carroll being a better coach than Josh McDaniels, that's all that matters to me. I think when it comes down, it's like, oh, what team can win, whatever. I think it goes down to coaching. Simple as that. And then similar to this game, Rams Chiefs. Whew, man, how the mighty have fallen. I got you.
Hold on. I definitely I
Not me.
definitely I did it twice. Hold on.
You sure?
Yeah, I got to edit it. Hold on.
All right, well, I talk about Rams Chiefs. How the mighty have fallen. The Rams, like, it's crazy that they were the NFL Super Bowl winner 8 months ago, 9 months ago, and now they look like just a shell of themselves. Matthew Stafford out, concussion. Cooper Kupp, high ankle sprain, out. No BJ. They have Allen Robinson, cool, but they're starting like a rookie quarterback or second year undrafted quarterback. I don't even know his name. I think it's Bryce Parkey or whatever. Parker. I think it's Bryce Parker. I believe it's Bryce Parker.
Bryce Perkins.
Oh, so close. Bryce Perkins. Who?
Yeah.
When
From Virginia.
at home too, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. Where especially the way the Chiefs showed up last week against the Chargers. They show up every week, but man, Patrick Mahomes, MVP. I think he widens his gap. I was like, I'm the MVP. I'm the best quarterback. I'm the best player in football. Aaron Donald had a lot to say about that recently because everyone was like, oh, at football, regardless of position, everyone believed that Aaron Donald was the best. I also would think that too. But you mentioned something yesterday that Aaron Donald might retire after this year because he already has everything he needed. But who knows? That's for the off season. But Chiefs win comfortably.
Yeah, I agree. There is obviously a chance for the Rams to win
For sure, for sure.
because any given Sunday, but is it likely? No, second year quarterback that no one really knows of. That means they don't have really a game plan for. But Chiefs are rolling high. It's at Arrowhead at 4 o'clock. It's definitely gonna be a hard time. It's definitely gonna be a long ass game for them. And so yeah. Now, Saints 49ers, I'll keep it brief. I'm rolling with the 49ers because of the defense and the skill positions. It won't be because of Jimmy G. If you guys could force Jimmy G to beat you, then you have a chance. You guys, Cam Jordan probably will be back. More than likely will be back. Bro, in a way, he misses 2 straight games. No. Their defense is pretty solid. Put pressure on Jimmy G and try to not turn over the rock like you did last week. I think you guys can have a chance, but I'm going with the 49ers to win, though. But not you. Talk to me. Talk to the fans.
All right. Well, if you're a lifelong viewer of Shabazz TV throughout the whole season, I'm a Saints fan. I literally have a Saints pillow, Saints comforter, Saints flag in my room. I can talk about all the good things, what we're gonna do and what we can do. We're underdogs by 8.5. That's what it is. The Niners may have the best team, the most complete team from top to bottom in the entire NFC, arguably in the league. Here's some things about the Saints that you might not know because just trying to sprinkle in some vibes. You know who leads the league in sacks since week 3? Saints do. Saints lead the league in sacks since week 3. I didn't know that stat until yesterday. I was like, what? We lead the league in sacks? Us? All the times I watch the games, I'm like, get home, get home, get home. Yeah, we've been getting home. Now is it translating to winning? Because our defense has played legit. Dennis Allen, as much crap as Saints fans give him, defensively we are still there. Like we still can win games a lot of the time. We just need something from our offense. Hey, dump off to Kamara. It worked against the Rams. Why can't it work against the Niners? Now again, Shabazz talked about it. Niners have a fantastic defense, probably top three, arguably top one in the league. They have, I talked about it yesterday, first team All Pro left tackle, first team All Pro tight end, first team All Pro receiver in Debo, first team All Pro running back in Chris McCaffrey. But all things revolve around one man, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo. If you can stop him and make him look like a bum and prove Nick right, I think we have a chance. And obviously, blind optimism saying, "Hey, what kind of? If not, we said the last week's mantra was, if not now, then when?" Right? We got the one win, but let's stack it. Let's go on top. Let's do another one and another one and get another win and get another win. And before you know it, we out here in the playoff hunt. So I think we have a chance any given Sunday. I would not be upset if we lost because we are expected to lose. But let's play spoiler. Let's let's make it happen. And also, lastly, Chris Olave. Like the Cardinals for like on Monday night, they were moving the ball well-ish, not like fantastic because of turnovers, but like they were moving the ball decently well. Can they be consistent? And can consistent. Run the ball, play time possession, keep them off the field, keep that defense on the field, and convert the third downs like we did last week. I think we can. Truly and sincerely, I do. So let's go Saints. Word. Much calmer this week than last week. But yeah.
All right, Packers Eagles Sunday night. When you looked at it in preseason before the season, like, oh, this is a marquee game. But and I'm not gonna be dumb, and I know Aaron Rodgers looks cooked, but he is still the best quarterback I've ever seen in my own eyes. Besides Peyton Manning, I think that I'm not gonna say he pulls something out his ass and win. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles, but the Eagles can be beaten. They can be beaten. And the Eagles for the last 2 weeks, they've been making mistakes. They've been just not disciplined. They've had to have heroics from Jalen Hurts to win last week. And you know what? Fuck it. Upset alert. Give me the Packers. Give me the Packers. It's definitely a out of their pick because of who they are. I just feel like, I think they lock in. They lock in because the mantra that you're saying, if not now, then when. Because they lose this game. I know Aaron Rodgers has a broken thumb and all this other stuff. Watson's been cooking and Jones has been cooking. And if there was a game that they can definitely play spoiler and actually play out on both ends of the court, or the field, hey, it's definitely against the Eagles. And now the only thing is the Eagles are at home and they have a ruckus fan base. But hey, Aaron Rodgers, he has like one of those vintage performances, 300 yards, 3 tutties. And Aaron Jones goes crazy. Christian Washington goes crazy. Randall Cobb and all the other boys. Hey, it's possible. It's possible. So give me the Packers in the upset.
Man, listen. As much
And,
as I want to
and I love chaos.
Okay, chaos aside, I think the Eagles win. Because here's one thing that, like, yeah, they're on a mini bye. They were able to, like, rest. The Titans had a damn near 11-minute drive in the second quarter. That Packers defense, overrated. I think the Eagles get back to running the ball. Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Hell, AJ Brown on jet sweeps. The Goddard injury is truly paying dividends now, where it's like, damn, okay, they actually, because Goddard as any great tight end as you see, Goddard, Ertz, Andrews, Kelsey, Waller, like they are like the safety valves for quarterbacks. They're like, damn, nothing's open, nothing's open. Oh, here's my tight end leaking in the backfield. Whoop, easy first downs. I just truly believe that the Eagles are not a team of destiny, but a team that like they get after it. And at home, that defense will play for that city.
Hmm.
I and I also just think Aaron Rodgers is cooked. Not like cooked like not like Matt Ryan cooked. We're gonna talk about him in a second. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers this year, not it. Leaving a lot to be desired. But speaking of leaving a lot to be desired, we got both these teams. We got Steelers at Colts, Monday Night Football. Oh, do we have to pick this game?
You gotta pick this game.
I'm gonna go Steelers. For the simple fact, Mike Tomlin better coach than Jeff Saturday. Simple as that. Simple as that. No. Oh, TJ Watt. No. Oh my God, Jonathan Taylor being consistent. No, anything. I just think that I think Steelers have an answer. Simple as that.
I'm with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you. I feel like you said like the coaching advantage. That's literally it. That's literally it. Like prime time, it's a big spot. Everyone's watching you. I think Jeff Saturday, he has some magic, but they can't score. They really can't score. And Najee has turned a corner in a great way. George Pickens has been a standout rookie these last couple weeks. And I think that defensively it'll probably be ugly. But against the run, I don't think that I know they got DeForest Buckner and all that, but I think Najee Harris goes crazy. And Jonathan Taylor probably goes crazy himself. But if you need Matt Ryan to throw you to win a game, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that.
For sure.
So I gotta go with the Steelers, man. I gotta go with the Steelers, man. So now
It's been a while. It's the first time since we had a 16 game week that we can do this. So time a little bit fast on this, but time for I already made one right now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Lock in before I tweak out. Inspiration from the Bud list. Instead of us being, it's an inspiration, not an indictment. This is an indictment. We need y'all to lock in before we tweak out. My first pick. Man. There's so many good options here. There's so many good options this year. I think I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'll go with the Vikings team as a whole. I know it's like, it's a cop out doing one team. Here's the reason why they're number one on my list. You get embarrassed at home. My camera is dirty right now. Sorry. You get embarrassed at home by the Cowboys. One of your enemies for like the tops, the top, the creme de la creme, the upper echelon of the NFC, 40-3. Short week, get ability to that game didn't happen. We got exposed. Boom, throw out the entire film, throw out the uniforms, throw out everything about that game. If you get embarrassed by the Patriots again, that 8-1 record that you guys started off with is gonna look like a fluke. And a lot of teams are like, the Vikings aren't as big and bad as you think they are. So Vikings, you gotta lock in before and tweak out.
Well, I'll do a team in there. I'll throw my team in there. I'll throw the Ravens in there because we had a good defensive showing. As I said earlier, good defensive showing, but bad offensive showing. We gotta have a balanced attack. Both sides of the ball. Cause I don't know why Colin Cowherd is playing with us like we're not a top 10 team. but they didn't put it. He didn't put us in there. So I gotta take that personally for my Ravens. We gotta play a good balanced game on both sides. Strong defense, strong offense. Like mistakes here and there because it happens, but like for the most part, I want to see a 27 point. I want to see us scoring 27 points. I think we can against this trash Jaguars defense. Like they got some players in certain spots, but we can really dominate this game. That's my first lock in before I week out.
Russell Wilson's my next. I think he needs Jesus. He's a big Christian. He needs a lot right now. He needs the Lord, the Holy Ghost, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Now they are playing a fantastic Panthers defense. But my mantra of if not now, then when? If they don't win against the Panthers, one of the worst teams in the league, is the season a wash? You don't have a first round pick, so regardless if you win or lose, that doesn't matter. You're giving your pick to Seattle, so it's just a shame. So win, upset, do what you gotta do. Simple as that. Period.
All right, I'm gonna say the Jets offense unit. They gotta lock in because the defense we already know consistently for the last month and a half they've been top 3 in the league. They've just been shutting people out, getting stops, getting turnovers, and they've been them guys. But the offense has been slacking. They got Mike White now as the quarterback for at least right now. I'm not gonna say for the future, but for the present, he's the quarterback. Can he give a little juice for that offense so the defense doesn't feel like they're carrying the whole load for 60 minutes? Hey, it's possible. It's definitely possible. So give me the Jets offense in my lock-in. My second one.
My last one, Taylor Heineke.
Okay.
This one's actually inspiration. I think if the Commanders are who we think they are, yeah, you beat the Texans last week. You upset the Eagles. You're riding high. This is a type of letdown game that is expected. Because the Falcons, as much as I give them crap, as much as I don't like them, they are frisky. Commanders, especially with Taylor Heineke, you buy a pair of Jordans every time you beat a team. Get a nice black and red Johns this week. Period.
All right, my last one is Justin Herbert. I
was gonna pick him.
He had a great showing against the Chiefs, but he still lost. He definitely had some mistakes in that game because it definitely was not on the defense the whole game. You can't blame the defense for why they lost again. They were off. And also Brandon Staley too. So I put them both in a Brandon Staley. They both got locked in because coach quarterback combinations are key in this league. And if you don't have a good coach, quarterback is going to be mid. But if you're a good coach but don't have a good quarterback, the Patriots, then you're going to be trash. They got to find a way to balance the aggressive nature of Brandon Staley with the mechanical, precise dog of Justin Herbert. It'll be a good test against the Cardinals if they can do that. But hey, I think they can. I think they will. But a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of indictment because they are currently out of the playoff race. They're in the hunt, but they're not in the playoffs at the season ended today. They definitely got to right that ship and lock the fuck in before I tweak out. And with that said, we will be right back in probably a minute or two.
Another production.
Guaranteed. Drew Marshall. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
All right, y'all. All right, now this is where we talk about the money, man. Let's make this money today, man. So,
Yes, sir.
again, the mantra is always the same. If you lose, do not blame us. But when you win, because we definitely be giving some hidden bets. You definitely not supposed to take everything. Take what you like, implement your own personal parlays. When you win those, bless us with a like and a subscription, and also telling your friends to tell your friends to join the Shabazz family. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Word.
first, it's tough. Bills and Lions. Lions are underdogs, 9.5. I'm going with just the Bills money line because that's too damn high. That is too damn high because it's either the Bills blow them out or the Lions get with a backdoor cover. So that's just that's a tall task. I think this Bills money line, good way to go.
Lions at home would be amazing if they finally able to get a win on Thanksgiving. I believe they don't, but they definitely covered at 9.5. Giants underdogs on the road in Dallas. They played them tough week 3, week 4, one of those Monday Night Football games. I believe it's week 3 with Cooper Rush is Dak Prescott. I'm not necessarily a believer in Dak Prescott, me personally, but I think the Giants find a way to cover.
Okay. I got Cowboys money line because again, though that number is too damn high for me. Like I just can't believe it. If we weren't doing money list, I would probably lean with the Giants +10 because divisional games is always close, no matter who's playing, and there's a slim chance that the Giants actually win this game. So, hey, man. All right, Patriots Vikings. I think the Vikings just win the game outright. They don't need to come back. I think they offensively can score with the best of them if given an opportunity to actually do a 5-step drop back and not get freaking harassed the whole time. So give me the Vikings. 2.5.
I just lost the $20, not $20, the 20-point parlay because Tobias Harris can score 20 points. He scored 19. Speaking of 19, I don't think the Vikings are going to win by 19, but I think the Vikings win outright. Word.
I don't know where that was coming from. I don't know where you was.
FanDuel and everything at the same time, so sorry about that. Broncos and Panthers. I think the Broncos win outright. I don't know if they can win by more than 3. I think like a late field goal wins it, to be honest. And yeah. Oh my head.
I'm going with Panthers +2.5. I think they win the game. If they can get to 20, it's definitely an opportunity for them to win the game because the Broncos have not got 20 one time this whole season. So they literally rank last in the offense, which is insane. Even the Texans have scored 20 at least one time. Like, come on now. All right, Bucks and Browns. I got the Buccaneers 3.5. I feel like no, because it's definitely room for a backdoor cover or yeah. So I got this Bucks to win the game because, like you mentioned earlier, if the Browns were to win the game, they run the ball, keep the ball out of Brady's hands, and run with Nick Chubb. So it's definitely a possibility, but I got the Bucks just to win the game. Probably a last second field goal, but that's still too much for my blood. 3.5 is a lot.
For sure. I got Browns +3.5. I think they win outright. So yeah. Similarly, I think the Ravens win just by 1-4. Fun fact about your team. You guys
Yeah, I know.
Can I say it?
NFL history through 10 games, double-digit leads in every single game. Boy, stop playing with us, man. Stop playing.
You also are the same team that gave up multiple.
Yo, chill, gang. Has your team been up double digits? Fuck out of here.
Oh, yes, we have. You bastard.
Every game though.
No, not every game.
Right then.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, Texans, Dolphins, 13.
I'm not touching the 13.5. I'm just
hell no, bro. That's 2 touchdowns. And hey, it's definitely possible. Oh, wait, hey, Shabazz, what you doing? That's tough. 14 points, 2 touchdowns. I don't know, man. That's a tall order, my brother. That's a tall order.
Reminder: we have these picks Wednesday. We get the spreads Wednesday. So if it changes throughout the weekend, we get it a Wednesday from FanDuel. All right, FanDuel Sportsbook Wednesday nights. That's when we get our spreads. So it might be a closer to game time. It might be 17 or it might be lower. But hey, I think if it was 10, I would bet the 10. 13 a little bit too much for me. Bears at Jets and MetLife Stadium. I'm going with the Bears +6. I think they win straight up, but Bears +6 seems like a reasonable thing.
I'm going with Jets money line. I think it'd probably be closer because Justin Football Fields is that guy, but I think at the end the Jets pull out the dub. So give me that. All right, Bengals and Titans, and surprisingly, the Titans are favorite. That means Vegas knows something that
I
we
think
don't.
I think I made a mistake in that.
Check right now.
I got you right now. I think I made a mistake.
Sorry, that's my bad. Actually, sorry, that's my fault.
Oh yeah, it's
Plus 2.5. Plus 2.5.
Titans are favorite underdogs for 2.5. I'm going with the Titans. We both are going with the Titans to win outright, but I just also gonna put the 2.5 just because it saves me a little bit. I also think the Commanders win straight up. So, but by more than 4,
Falcons have been pretty good against the spread.
Falcons are fantastic against the spread. That's why I'm just going to the Commanders money line.
Yeah, so you could easily say, oh yeah, backdoor cover possibilities, but because it's either the Falcons have a dud offensive showing and then it's over, but I don't know. That's tough. All right, Chargers favored against the Cardinals -3. I'm going with the Chargers -3.
Same. Chargers -3 seems like the way to go. Double -3. Hold on. Raiders at Seattle. We both thought that hey, if the game was at Vegas, it'd be a little bit closer. But I think Seahawks they squeak out a win. I think Seahawks win outright.
Yeah, I say Seahawks money line. Because more than likely Jason Myers, last second field goal to catch it up. Because the Raiders offense, even without Waller, even without Renfro, they still can put up points. So it's definitely going to be a little bit of a shootout, and it's still got Josh Jacobs as well. If they get Josh Jacobs the ball more often, then definitely is a possibility for them to win the game. But they don't do that, so that's tough. All right, real quick. Oh my God, 15.5 is possible. So the Rams are atrocious, but they got a black quarterback. My son Bryce Perkins. No relation to Kendrick Perkins. But still, I gotta go Chiefs. Chiefs money line in the spot. I think they win, but 16 points is way too scary for my blood. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So
the Rams are the Super Bowl champions. They're Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. They're not going to get destroyed by more than 16 points. They can't do it.
I mean, they got spanked 31-10 in week 1 against the Bills.
They did. You're right.
It's definitely possible.
Fully possible. You're right. Just like the Saints are not going to get smoked by more than 9 points. We gonna win, baby. Well, if we don't, we cover the spread.
Cover the spread. I think 49ers win, so I gotta go with the 49ers. It's a money line.
Boo.
Don't do that. Don't boo me.
Boo. Go with the 8.5.
No, we're not doing that. Packers +6.5. I think they upset and they win the game. That's a touchdown. I think Aaron Rodgers is better than a touchdown. So
that's fair. I think Eagles win outright.
Boo.
Oh, you shut up. No, I didn't know. I only did it because it's my team, you know.
All right, and Steelers versus Colts. I think we both can agree that Steelers +2.5 is definitely the play here.
For sure.
All right, so now is the second favorite topic of the week is the locks of the week. If I can find the John.
Sure, guaranteed. Drew Marshall. Guaranteed.
Yes, sir. So, You have under 36.5 for Broncos and Broncos Panthers. I have Ravens +4. Ravens -4 is one of my locks. I think Chiefs money line is a lock. And I think that see, and Chargers -3 is a lock. I think those are my locks. Everything else is definitely room to like be feel me, not to happen. But I will say this. If I could bet it, I will. You'll see how much money I put in my FanDuel account this weekend. But
deposit?
yeah, we gonna see.
We gonna see.
But I will say that JT and Henry
Go ahead.
and Najee each 100 plus 1 touchdown each. I can't spell or whatever. Plus 1 touchdown each. JT, King Henry, Najee Harris each go for 100 yards and a touchdown each.
You what?
Yes, Nacho. Yes, I do. I believe that.
100 plus a tutty?
100 plus a tutty. Cause look, Colts can be ran on if you commit to the run, which I think the Steelers will. We already know the Steelers' run defense is like Swiss cheese. I said it yesterday. You could just run through them and slice through them. King Henry's King Henry. And then a touchdown each is light. That's light.
All right. My locks, I believe Ravens, Command, Dolphins.
Oh, right. Facts.
Chiefs. Damn, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of locks. Those three definite locks. I can't even lock up my own team because I can't. Hey, we can win or we can get blown out. I don't know. And then performance locks. The under 36.5 for the Broncos. I want me to find out what the Bears team over is because I believe they're gonna hit that too. So right now the Bears game is over 38.5, but I'm trying to find out what they're like the Bears don't have it. It's not on FanDuel. But whatever the Bears over is, let's just say Bears go over. Let's say they go over 24 points. They average more than that in the last like 6 games. I believe it's a lock that they go over for sure. And if you want me to give a player lock, let's go out there. Let's go. You know what? We're going out there. You love your running backs. I will go Chubb, Kamara, Williams. Oh no, I'm gonna do a Thanksgiving Day special. We're gonna have every team on Thanksgiving Day. Gotta spell. Give it together. Every team on Thanksgiving will have a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Wow. Every team?
Every team.
Even the Giants?
That means Bills, Lions both have passing and rushing touchdowns. Giants, Cowboys, passing and rushing touchdowns. Patriots, Vikings, rushing and passing touchdowns. Every single team will at least score 2 touchdowns. It's going to be an exciting Thanksgiving. It's going to be an amazing Thanksgiving. And before we close out the show, obviously, as it's the holiday, we got to talk about a little bit what we're thankful for. And you can go first. I can go first.
I'll go first. 3 things. 1, health, obviously. Health to be alive. 24, about to be 25 next month. Like, not a lot of people, especially in this day and age, can say that with a smile on their face. So definitely health number 1. 2, for the 627 people that are subscribed to the channel. Definitely grateful for you guys. You guys keep me going. Also my support system, like family, my friends, and also just being me. Grateful for me, being me, not switching up, not changing up, just being consistent and committing to the commitment of consistency. Shout out to Chisel Adonis. So yeah, I'm thankful for those three things and just wishing for everybody to have a great Thanksgiving and have some good food and being prosperous and having some good football to watch on this good day.
For sure. There's a lot I can say, but keep it short. Thankful for health, obviously. Live to see another day. Always grateful when I breathe every single morning, even if I snore in my sleep. Grateful for the job that I have, teaching and molding the minds of the future. It's something that I didn't think I would be doing, especially like I'm in my second year now, so it's kind of like weird, like, oh my god, like he's teaching, and like it's weird to say that like I'm a teacher and I own it every single day with my actions. Kids look up to me. It's one of the weirdest things, the weirdest feelings in the world, and I'm thankful for every single day. Thankful for my support system as well. You, my roommates, regardless if it's a fun story, sad story, even like literally I broke my glasses the other day, like yesterday, and like all of my friends were like, yo, you good? Can you see? You good? You got glasses? How you gonna get them and all that stuff like that. So the support system I have. And lastly, hey man, just it's even though I'm not home, I know my home is still there. So like even if I'm not in New York, I still like families in New York, all y'all in New York, gonna say me, y'all gonna eat a plate in my honor. You're like, yo, this little batch of lasagna for your boy, before Daddy Baps. So yeah, overall, man. Hold on.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We're thankful for another day of life, another year of life, and our birthday's next month. We're also thankful for football. Gives us something to talk about. So, yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, not to get all sappy here on ShabazzTV. But yeah, we here. Football, week 12, Thanksgiving prediction show in a close. I want good football. That's all I want. And I'll take a slugfest. I'll take a 17-14 game with competitive and highlights off the butt. I do not want a 40-3 blowout. We don't want that. And in his name, I say amen.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that said, ladies and gents, I'm Natty Baps.
ShabazzTV.
And see you guys on Tuesday. We talk about week 12. Recap. I'm gone. You got anything?
Oh, wait, what?
Was you say you have anything to say?
Nah, man. Just thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Well, actually, Saturday, if I could get a stream going. Hell, I might even pop a stream over tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? A little Thanksgiving stream. Thanks for everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. We're going to see. Peace.
It's funny, I know about it. Certain to somebody. Sometimes.